So because of that situation right there, it makes you kind of proofread anything that comes by first, just so you kind of know what if you could even say it. And it's really more because of the restrictions that TikTok puts on you as a streamer and as a creator to begin with. Carry on my wayward son. There be peace when you are done. Lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry no more. Oh, damn, damn. You had someone say it. Yeah, dude. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. The new TWAB's already out. It's not even Thursday yet. How's the new TWAB out? It's not even Thursday. It's Thursday tomorrow or today, I guess. What are they already released? Why would they release it this early? Here we go. You know, I really wish I could sponsor my stuff, dude. I would love to have a sponsored stream once in my life. It was one of those advertisement live streams where they showcase products. Really? I mean, at the end of the day, like they're hustling. You know, this is what those live streams remind me a lot about. Is I don't know here. Let me I'll show you. Um, it was like selling jewelry. And, yep, live fine jewelry. That's what they remind me of. Is when you wake up in the middle of the night and you'd be looking at like Comedy Central or something, and you're looking at T Von live fine. I can't show you it on TikTok, unfortunately. They will flag me. To lessen the backlash as it looks, really, I'll take a look at it again. Yeah, exactly. It's like the shopping mall. People don't. I go to the real mall personally. I like the real mall because I'd rather get something instantly than have to wait for something. That's me. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, like everyone has their preference. I like going out, dude. I've always liked getting out of the house and just walking because I can't. I love video games. Don't get me wrong. I can't do it all damn day. Renegades is going to be in a painful spot because of Bungie's stupid, boneheaded decisions. What are they doing? I know. Renegades is going to be in a horrible spot. It's going to be like, dude. I don't even think people fully understand how bad Renegades of a spot Renegades going to be in yet. I don't think people quite comprehend how bad it's going to be because it's going to be horrendous. Renegade's going to be horrible, dude. But it's like the old shopping mall on Comedy Central that you'd wake up to at 6 a.m. You know what I mean? Where they're selling. Your parents and grandparents don't quite understand yet that it's what Comedy Central is really about, but they're up at 6 a.m. in the morning because they've always woken up at that time for work, so they can't ever actually sleep in anymore. And they're just buying stuff off the internet, or not off the internet, off the TV for overpriced fake jewelry. That's exactly what the new TikTok top is, or TikTok. You think that that's bad, dude? Go ahead and look up Whatnot, dude. That's horrible. That's real bad. Whatnot is even worse. It's even crazier because that's all it is just that. That's all it is literally just that, dude. And there it goes. Do 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 do. do, do, do. Um, the real mall is way better. Yeah, that's what I'm like. Like that's definitely true right there. The real mall is just superior in every way. There's nothing like going into like a Best Buy at your local mall. You know what I mean? It's just like there's very minimal things that are actually as good as that anymore. I now need to save my special because I don't really care about heavy too much. Unfortunately, this doesn't do shit. I mean, actually, it still looks like it does something to these guys. Like for some reason, being able to do this does something, dude. What it is, I don't really know, but it does something. I'm gonna get Expedition 33. This is so painful to watch, dude. This is the most pain I've seen, like most growing pains I've seen Bungie go through in a while. Yeah, I'm almost curious. You know what, guys? Um, I watch a YouTuber. I like him a lot. We'll be back to the music, but let me. We'll continue to listen to the music, but I want to see. Oh, dude, it's true. It's true. I like in Iowa, but they didn't use top floor. I don't know why. That's weird. That I feel like that's another joke. But if it's real, dude, jeez. All right, we're gonna listen to this twab. Here, I'm gonna. This is the new patch notes, guys. It's the name of the mall. I don't know. I've been to a ton of malls. What game is this? Destiny 2. Now, this is the TWAB, guys. This tells you all the updates that are. This tells you all the updates that are happening in Destiny 2 currently. For anyone who doesn't know, this is very important because it tells you if you're going to hate the game for a few months or love the game for a few months. This is Asdacross because I just think he reads it and goes over it the best. Not necessarily opinion wise, but I just think like overall he's just the best reader out of them. I just like the way he reads the TWAB, which makes no sense, but you know, you might get it. So if you play Destiny 2, I'd listen up to this. This is definitely important because it's going to tell you future changes, especially if you don't usually look at things like this. Because I know there was a whole bunch of people who were surprised that about what happened in Destiny after Edge of Fate. They were like, I didn't know they were doing any of this, and it's like, well, I mean, they spoke about it for months now. How did you not know? You watch a different TWAB? Well, I'll have this on up in the background. I'm gonna can't believe they released the TWAB early.
For those that don't know, these are the little nodes, the indicator that you're getting stacks of whatever that perk is, right? It's the indicator on the reticle that they're talking about. The
It
current
sounds like
charge
a whole
meters now
bunch of
have
nerfs
the
so
max
far,
charge
yeah.
indicator that horizontal charge meters have. Delicate Tomb, Yodin, Salvation Script now use horizontal charge
Table, not
meters.
table.
A few weapons in their perk active states
I don't know
now
what
use
you
a
mean by
different reticle
table,
that
not
communicates their
table. I think
firing
you mean
behavior
by
more
like all the
accurately.
shit.
Grand Overture, Desolation, Devil's Ruin, Prosthesia, and Touch of Malice. This kind of feels like a non-issue, TBH. It's quality of life thing, guys. It's quality of life. Yep. Lumina now uses the support hipfire reticle when aiming at allies while you have noble rounds. Support frame auto rifles, non-healing mode, now have a brand new hipfire reticle. Legendary Tex Mechanica submachine gun SMG hipfire reticles now have horns. To maintain a consistent visual and functional language for reticle elements, the pips on Telesto and Traveler's Chosen have been removed and will be visible only as HUD buffs. Yeah, I mean that is fine. Visual machine gun and fusion rifle hipfire reticles now appear more consistently similar across all weapons within each archetype.
I still don't see a need for any of this. I think our reticles are totally fine. Oh, yeah, no, this is definitely a nerf twab. I knew that was coming, unfortunately, and like... I saw it coming, but the problem is that players are going to hate it because only so much of the gear is actually still plausible to use at this moment in time. You're really restricted to a few things again. Which I don't get me wrong, I always want a true meta, but I didn't expect to be Thunderlord for the 9th time in a row. I meant something more along the lines of Xenophage would be nice. Alright, here, let me... 1 second, I'll start playing it again. I don't, there's some, like, I get, like, as across the quality of life, I don't think it's a necessity. Reticles should be the least of their worries. Oh my god, no, I cannot be the last Guardian up. I gotta save us now. Dead. Okay. Damn, dude, what the hell? I can continue playing it.
Regardless of input method. Vex Mythic class is exempt from this change due to its unique firing performance. Alright, deterministic recoil. Deterministic recoil, the set pattern by which a weapon shifts recoil direction when being fired, is something we're removing in Ashen Iron. We had a goal when introducing this feature for players to be able to master their individual weapons, knowing just how it would recoil and being able to build to know exactly how it would perform. However, weapons can sometimes feel harder to control or need recoil stat help that is counterintuitive to our in-game display or visual firing patterns. Therefore, we're removing this.
All right, I mean, if that's the truth, then I understand that. That makes sense to me. That makes sense to me. Why would you not remove something that's obviously been causing problems? That makes total sense to me. I mean, it's kind of like, well, if you keep it in there, you're damned, and people are obviously going to hate this change because reticles are going to all feel different now. But the true, like, really, at the end of the day, is really going to be that much of a difference. Of course, we won't know until we get our hands on it, but overall, I really don't. I don't see that being that huge of an issue. I guess, really, you know what I mean. I feel like it could be in a much worse situation. I don't feel like it's really been that rough to begin with. Maybe I'm just stupid and haven't realized it, but I've never been completely great with point blank accuracy in most games anyway. So this could be something that I just don't notice. Most people just are able to notice off the bat. So let's continue.
And we'll be looking into other options in the future. We're retaining deterministic recoil on vigilant swing here. Here we believe deterministic recoil fulfills our goals. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I never really cared to pull up a weapon's organic recoil direction when for years we've just worked off a recoil direction by itself. You know, odd numbers making things more vertical, throwing on things.
But yeah, is that I didn't even really realize that this was an option, to be honest with you. I didn't even realize that this was what was going on.
Like arrowhead break, maxing it out if you can get it up to 100, things like that. No, it's not that you're going to have random recoil, guys. It's just the biggest determining factor for your recoil is going to be the recoil direction stat of the weapon.
Zombie. What's up, buddy? How's it going? You dirty man. Wait, dude, what the hell do I need it? Okay, so I do want, these are higher gloves, so obviously I want them. Air helmet, higher, not higher boots though. Elite. That doesn't matter, dude. This is a, okay, that does matter. Let's see, do I have anything in here I could just, I don't know, delete? No, I have, this is a tier 2. Let me grab the tier 3. Because it'll probably be better. Usually the tier systems do matter. Shotgun. Shotgun is this, dude? Half of these come from. What did I? Oh. They came from a Final Shape mission. That's where they came from.
There's one thing to be like, all right, my organic recoil of my weapon is in combination with whatever the recoil direction fluctuation may be based on whatever mods or perks or whatever else, barrel perks I may throw on it. You see where I'm coming from? In some ways, it can be counterproductive because it can work against you when this recoil direction stat should be something working in your favor when you build into it. It depends on what it lands on, of course. But I'm just saying, for me, I've always preferred just the recoil stat, the recoil direction stat, all on its own. All right, now weapon archetypes. Notes, we have a larger balance pass and more families of weapons coming in the future with specific emphasis on balance between special ammo archetypes and close quarter battle primary weapons, close quarter combat. But there were some high priority items that we wanted to pull forward. So heavy burst sidearms. Several patches ago, we increased the ADS damage fallout scalar of heavy burst sidearms from 1.2 to 1.3.
I don't even really know. Is this a heavy burst sidearm? Is that was because like what is even a lightweight frame? Like, where does it even say something like that? We don't have any heavies in the actual sidearm area, so I don't really. It's probably an archetype, but I don't even know. Like, is it worth it? Is it truly worth it at the end of the day? Does it really make it that much of a difference? That does anyone use these? Because honestly, I don't think anyone uses anything but rocket assisted these days. Because there's no reason to use anything but rocket assisted. They're just superior in every way. And that's not me saying that should be nerfed. I think they're perfectly where they should be. That's me saying that sidearms to begin with were trash.
While this has been beneficial for the rest of the subfamily, Forgiveness was a bit of an outlier when it comes to the total stat package. And this increased range has pushed it over the top. Instead of reducing the range of all heavy burst sidearms back down, we've decided to target Forgiveness specifically to bring it more in line. So Forgiveness reduced range stat by 15. Well, it's a very good sidearm. And I'm going to make sure I collect all the gameplay for the review before this nerf happens, because man, does it put out. It's
Let's get nerfed. It doesn't matter. Why even?
Nasty. No. For
Even bother?
real, guys, for real, it's a I wouldn't say it's a problem. I will say this: it is so hard to win a duel in close quarters against Forgiveness. That tier 5.
Oh, so it's more of a PvP sidearm. That's what it is. That's what's going on here.
What can I do?
This is what they're doing. This isn't even a buff. This is a nerf to this. I haven't even used the sidearm, and they're nerfing it. Like anyone ever really uses this sidearm? Come on, dude.
5. That gun, bro, man. Oh, it puts out, dude. It puts out. I pretty much it's out here. Someone starts shooting me with forgiveness and they're in close proximity and I don't have a special weapon to deal with them. I almost just let them.
I mean, so far I haven't heard anything that I absolutely hate yet. You know what I mean? I haven't heard anything that's absolutely bothers the shit out of me. But I haven't heard anything that I like. You know what I mean? I haven't heard a damn thing that I like yet.
Kill me. I'm like Frostbow. Please kill them now. Aggressive submachine gun. In the days since Immortal Reign and the Crucible SMGs in general, and the aggressive subfamily specifically, have received multiple nerfs leading.
I mean, I feel like they released it on a Wednesday for that reason. It felt like it's like you're not going to get yourself out of shit for posting this on a Wednesday. All right, especially the Wednesday before a giant patch is supposed to happen next Tuesday. Why not just stick to the Thursday you already had it on? And there's a reason for this, and it's very obvious there's a reason for it. Without even fully watching the whole 30-minute video yet, which we will watch. Don't get me wrong, we're going to complete this video, okay? Without even fully watching the entirety of the video, I can already tell you the problems here. They're trying to see what the community likes and hates by literally forcing us to read it on Wednesday so they have a slight bit more time to get to Tuesday of next week. So if they, mess up in a completely disastrous way and the community does another uproar, they can be like, okay, actually we're reverting this, this isn't happening, or this will be pushed to a future date. This isn't happening, all done, all fixed, this is what you guys wanted, this is what you have. Because, I mean, it's been so obvious recently, the thing Bungie's been worried about the most is, then apologies again. Exactly. And, I'm saying this isn't playing the damn game. And it's just one of those circumstances where it just... I love the game. Don't get me wrong. And honestly, I want to go play some Destiny Rising because I was having fun on that game too. But there's a whole nother game I have in my... I haven't bought it yet. It's right here in my backlog. But I've been waiting to play it to really see, and I think I might honestly just get it this weekend, dude. There's two of them, actually. One of them's called Dead Zone Rogue. It's $20. It's like a weird robot game where you get some abilities, you get to destroy the robots, it's multiplayer, there's some weapons, some armor. It looks like a very simplistic, almost like D1 vibe, in my opinion. Okay? And then we got Metal Eden, which looks much better. I think this is a solo game, right? This is offline play only, yeah. So, it's just, I have two games that I'm looking at right now currently in there waiting for me to buy that is cheap. I mean, they're dirt cheap. And not just that, Borderlands 4 is coming out next week, guys. I'm going to be playing that the moment it drops. I won't be on Monday. I'm going to be literally driving across country Monday. So I won't be streaming it all Monday. There probably won't be any video. You know what? There might be a video later in the week. We'll see. But there won't be any shorts until at least Wednesday, maybe Tuesday at best. It depends on how well I sit in. I don't have to move a lot of stuff or anything. It's just really myself and my cat. He's a good boy. But the competition for Bungie is getting real thick, and I think what was it? So let's look at the Steam charts earlier today. Okay, so for the Steam charts, can you still see that? You'll still be able to see that. Let me do something real quick. I just don't want, because I have personal YouTube accounts. I don't always watch everything on my Steam charts. Right here. A high of 18,000, but earlier this week there was 0. Doesn't make any sense unless there's a total reset. There was a low of 11,000 today. Yeah, there was a low of 11,000. That's horrible for this game. The fact that Borderlands 4 is just around the corner and it's obvious, like it is direct competition. I'm not going to sit here and lie. It is direct competition to Bungie and Destiny because let's be honest, I didn't know this for years, but Bungie and Destiny has been copying off of Borderlands for a while now. I mean, they took a lot of their whole flow. This is just an MMO type of situation, you know, which a lot of looters are going to feel the same. But Borderlands is never going out of style, and that's easy to say. But Marathon is already out of style before they even released it, and they're just trying to copy Tarkov with that. It seems like sometimes they copy others and they're successful with it. Others they try to copy and they're just fucking. They just can't do it. They just can't do it no matter what the situation is. Let's continue.
To them falling far behind other CQB options in effectiveness. In the future, we plan to take a larger swing at increasing SMG ease of use, but for now, we're going to focus on a more target change to aggressives, which should allow them to better compete with sidearms and spread shot hand cannons. So increase ADS damage follow scalar from 1.4 to 1.5. Fantastic.
I mean, that's not a huge buff. I do like my aggressive SMGs. It's been a while. I mean, I think I'm using an aggressive frame right now, right? No, lightweight frame. You came over from YouTube? So you're not going to see, you're going to hear it over here, but you're not going to see it over here. I will tell you that, Will, but you can still listen to it. You can still listen to everything I'm saying. Yeah, I just can't put up the actual stuff myself over here, or else I'm going to get hit with a strike. And it ain't worth it to me to get hit with anything over here, even though, you know, I don't think I'm making unoriginal content. I think this is original content, and they just don't want to, you know, give me what I deserve at the end of the day because they don't like me for numerous reasons. Let's continue. The overall aggressive frames need to come back. They need to be better, but none of this, it doesn't surprise me. They're trying to make something kind of better that not really anyone uses. I'd rather them do something with lightweight SMGs, to be honest with you. You know, make the accuracy even more deadly on the things in PvE. I don't care about PvP, dude. I don't think most of the Destiny community is here for PvP anymore. I couldn't tell you the last person I knew that actually played Destiny for PvP. It's been years. And I think really what they should have done a while ago is they should have split Destiny into two parts. One that's just straight multiplayer, and they come out with a new multiplayer every year, like COD. And then one where it's the true MMO experience, like this. Or they just need to split them into totally different sandboxes. That's been said for years, though. They don't really listen. Let's continue.
I just deleted my God Roll Immortal yesterday. Spread shot hand cannons. While spread shot hand cannons have proven to be a fun new tool in close combat, they are just a little bit too easy to use outside their intended engagement windows, and they can be frustrating to fight against. We're going to take a few targeted swings at a...
I haven't used a spread shot hand cannon one time. I haven't used a spread shot hand cannon one time. That's what they said it was. It was a spread shot hand cannon. I haven't used it once, so I don't even know why they're bothering nerfing it. I've never even known it to be. Is this all PvP patches? Is that what's going on right now? I think I did hear it was PvP. Do you know, Will? Do you know if it's a PvP patch? I mean, it's so bad to the point to where Aztecross, who's pretty like optimistic about this game too, like me, was like, brother. Good shit. I'll continue it. What bothers me, the nerfs, the good things, and only slightly buff the things that are not good to use. And they're going to retract a bunch of this. Watch, they're going to retract so much of it, you're not even going to believe it. They're going to retract an amazing amount of this shit. That's why they release it on a Wednesday instead of a Thursday, because they understand that they're going to have to retract most of this. My opinion, this isn't the devs' choice. The devs didn't decide to do this. This was someone higher up who's like, well, we need to force them to grind for some other shit. Because we need our players back. They don't have anything to grind for, obviously. That's the problem. And the problem is so much greater than that. The problem is the fact that the grind is too real, and it's not fun. That's the current problem I'm having. Is that it's too real and unfun. And I'm a real grinder, dude. I like to grind. You know what I mean? I really like to I love grinding. That's like my favorite thing to do. Let's get back to it.
Addressing this friction with accompanying paired ability tuning outlined later in this article to create a smoother PvP experience. So increase damage versus combatants by 8%, added a 0.1 second delay after firing before you can melee to prevent near simultaneous damage events, increase pellet spread angle by 5%, reduce flinch delta players by 30%. All right? Getting a nerf in PvE. Look at that. Sniper rifles. Snipers
are getting a nerf in PvE? Make sure that's right. Increase ammo per pickup in Crucible from 1 to 2. Oh no, that hand cannon thing's getting a nerf in PvE. That doesn't even make sense. Why?
in general have fallen by the wayside in Crucible due to both the difficulty of maintaining ammo and the increased flinch they take versus players. Now that special ammo uptime in general has been reduced, we're going to start looking to bring some of the power back to these weapons. Our first change will be to help address their ammo economy, and we're currently playtesting changes to the flinch system that will release in a future update. So increase ammo per brick pickup in Crucible from 1 to 2.
That's such a huge buff,
Bro,
dude. That's an amazing buff, right? Get the hell out of here.
No, that's pretty massive. The snipers are back? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Make you play longer against... Is it... I mean, I don't even understand what that means 100%, honestly. Make you play longer against as it has to be. Do you mean like they're trying to force? Yeah, it's very obvious that they're trying to force us to just sit on this game longer. Are you kidding me? I do like this SMG though. This SMG has been awesome. All right, let's continue.
All right, lightweight shotguns. Lightweight shotguns are currently eclipsed by the precision pellet brethren, so we're going to start narrowing the gap in effectiveness between them. This is only our first pass, and we're still playtesting additional changes to give players a reason to run aggressive and lightweights in Crucible. Decrease pellet spread angle by 6%. All right, we'll see. At one time, I don't know if y'all remember, at one time, lightweights used to be the best. Like, they were the shotgun meta. And then, of course, aggressives, too. So, it's always a rotation. Crossbows. Crossbow bolts now have a heavy ammo radar marker, visible only to the player who owns them. Updated weapon tray icon, obituary, and kill feed to reflect the crossbow's unique silhouettes. Good. That's good. Interesting. This is really nice. What a nice quality of life feature. I honestly thought they were about to say temporal blast is not supposed to proc this off of a crossbow, and there's your nerf, but good stuff. All right. Exotic weapons. Featured weapon expansion. In Ash and Iron, we'll be expanding the featured exotic weapon list with the following options. They'll benefit from the artifact buff and contribute to your score with an intent to add more diversity in loadouts. We've also revisited a few of these options to make them a bit more appealing. But I still don't like this list. Y'all know that.
Dude, they're gonna... I guarantee you it's all the shit exotics. I bet money on it right now. I'm not even able to watch the video. I guarantee you it's all the ass exotics right now. I bet money on it currently. I bet money. I already know. What it's gonna happen here. This SMG though, ridiculous. I love it. It's gonna be all the horrible ones, the ones that people don't want to use. All right, let's continue.
Right. Kinetic slot weapons, redacted, mighty multi-tool, stern, energy, Trinity Ghoul, buried bloodline, heavy, redacted, Dorsey, heart shatter, sleeper simulant.
Okay, so what are the two redactions here? What are they? Mighty multi-tool and strong. I don't even know if I have ever used strong. Okay, Trinity Ghoul is okay, but in general, it needs an exotic upgrade, dude. It's mid. Honestly, buried bloodline, I saw that coming. Darcy's horrible. No one's going to use that anyway. Heart Shadow, dude, that's mid as well. No one has used it since they nerfed the absolute piss out of it. Sleeper Simulant, now I saw that coming. We're going to have a major sleeper dominance once again. I already knew that was, it was only a matter of time till that happened. Because I feel like it's been a few years at this point since linear... Oh, actually, that's not true. Queensbreaker was literally just the dominant thing to use for, what was it? At least a whole season. Sleeper wasn't really too far behind it. They're going to do something eventually as well with that exotic from, what is it called? A lot of exotic tunings, huh? With that exotic from... Shit, dude, I can't even remember it. whoever Riven is boss of, Last Wish, that's what they're going to do something with. I already see it in the future. Now, what are they going to do? They're going to probably make it so it stacks even more um, flame on things. Even though it has a broken build with Warlock currently, they're going to make it even more broken than nerf the absolute piss out of it. I got to go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back, guys. I'll literally be right back. I'm about to pee my pants. Yeah, 1,000 voices. All right, I'm back, guys. I'm sorry for the wait. We'll be getting right into it. Is anyone else in here? Probably not. Sometimes I get like a bunch of people in, but honestly, it's because I haven't been posting as frequently on TikTok. That's literally the reason why no one else is in there. I'm gonna start it back up. It's been hectic the past little while for me. A lot's been going on. That's literally the only excuse I have. So I have no other excuse. But let's continue with this.
Tractor cannon.
Tractor cannon. What the hell are they going to do with tractor cannon, dude? What is it going to do? Damage now?
Okay. But redacted. So we're getting two exotics. New exotics. Okay. Mida Multitool. Mida Multitool is a stat monster, but the exotic part of it has unfortunately been left behind as our standards for exotics have evolved. We decided to take inspiration from its source material, taking a larger swing to raise this closer to modern standards, while also seizing an opportunity to incorporate new pairing functionality with Mida synergy weapons. So new trait, Mida software package. Getting enough kills with Mida Multitool now provides various buffs and incremental PV damage bonus after reaching certain thresholds. So stage 1. 25% faster handling, ADS speeds, 5% PV damage. Stage 2, 15 range and stability, 5% PV damage. Oh, another 5%. Okay. Stage 3, 15% AA magnetism ranges, 5% cone angle, 5% PV damage. Okay. And then stage 4, shots detonate on impact. Oh, it doesn't say it, but if it's detonated, it should be, if it's like a payload perk, it should be doing increased damage on top of that. And it says shots. So I guess once you reach stage 4, every shot. Just...
That actually doesn't sound bad at all. That actually doesn't sound bad at all. I'm not going to complain. Buy most of those changes, honestly. For Mida Multi-Tool, dude, for something that's kind of been mid for years, yeah, I don't think that's bad. Has removed
Some explosive rounds.
Okay.
Yeah.
The
kills with this weapon that have the Mida synergy intrinsic also grant progress toward these buffs. Primary ammo Mida synergy weapons grant progress at a rate on par with Mida Multi-Tool.
What are they doing? I don't even understand what the hell. Kills with this weapon that have the Mida synergy. Okay.
On death, you regress to the beginning of the previous stage. The radar while aiming functionality has been moved to the intrinsic. That's so awesome. So you'll be able to maintain these stages, if I'm understanding this correctly. So there's no fall off. It's kind of like No Land Beyond, right? Unless you swap off the weapon, not you can stow it. If I'm understanding this correctly, you'll be able to stow and maintain the buff. Catalyst. Replace no distractions with a brand new catalyst. While an enemy is within close proximity and might multi-tool is in hand, you are granted enhanced radar resolution and improved reload speed, 20 reload stat, 15 reload scalar. This buff lingers for a few seconds once enemies are no longer within close proximity. Miscellaneous very slightly increase the movement speed. Okay. I mean, this would be really, really nice. Sturm. Oh, babe. Cook, Bungie, cook. The pairing fantasy of Sturm and Drang is a unique concept, though the output does not feel worth the requirements of 2 weapon slots. The slow rate of gaining overcharged shots would lead to maining Drang until enough shots were...
Yes. Sturm. Okay, so they're changing Storm and Stress, rapid kills. I mean, I don't even feel like that's... You kind of want to play. We'll see what I'm doing. It depends. It depends. I might be able to swing that. I might not. I can't make you any guarantees, though. We'll definitely see. I'll let you know. I'll definitely... I'll let you know. You'd have to ask me that night, definitely.
Sword. And the requirements to use Drang meant half or more of the time you felt like you weren't running an exotic. We wanted to keep the pairing requirements, so we took a larger swing with Sturm as well to help juice the feel worth the squeeze. So Storm and Stress.
Dude, what weapon even is Sturm? I don't even... Battleground. Sure, I'll join up on this, dude. It makes no difference to me. Let me see this, dude. Elections, exotic. Do we know what Sturm is on? Oh, it's this thing? Oh, dude, no one's going to use this thing. It has to be really... I don't even have the catalyst for this thing. That's how much I've never used it, man. It's an exotic sidearm, yeah, dude. I don't care what they do to sidearms. It's
rapid kills with Together Forever weapons within 3 seconds of each other now load extra Sturm overcharge shots. Primary ammo Together Forever weapons load even more Sturm overcharge shots. Now, Sturm overcharge shot bonus damage has been tuned. Previously, this was roughly a 261% damage buff against all combatants and a 78% buff against players. Now the values are as follows. 260% against bosses.
Oh my god. That is a ridiculous buff. No, wait. It's a hand cannon that looks like a sidearm. Really?
280% against mini bosses and champions. 300% against minors and majors. 70.
That's a ridiculous buff. That's gonna go wild. That's gonna go... I'm not even gonna lie, that's gonna go wild.
5% against players. Okay. So that got a buff right here. And that got a buff right here. Okay. In providing Sturm more opportunities to load overcharged bullets than ever before, we've reduced the maximum Sturm overcharge to 25. The prior cap of 99 was never very realistic, and at the new limits, players are encouraged to use them as they have them far more often.
Wait, you're telling me to get that buff before, you need it to be at 99? Are you shitting me? Who made that great decision to begin with? Would ever make a decision? Why would a developer ever make that? It just makes your weapon simply playable at the end of it. It makes no one want to use it. 90. So what did it even take to have to get to 99? Know what I mean? Like, what would that even take here? At least they're doing something about it now. But oh my god, like no wonder no one uses that thing, dude.
Would it work with Lucky Pants? Probably not. Probably not. Accomplice. In addition to existing,
I guarantee it will work with Lucky Pants.
Behavior, final blows with Sturm overcharge shots now also increase the magazine capacity of Together Forever weapons until death, capped at 100% of the base magazine. Now, Catalyst. In addition to the increased stats, Sturm now has a brand new Catalyst. With the Catalyst, kills with Sturm overcharge shots grants charges that provide a 50% ready and stow speed scalar for Sturm and Together Forever weapons. One stack is consumed upon readying Sturm or Together Forever weapons, max of 6 stacks. Miscellaneous.
What the hell even is a together forever weapon, dude? I've never even heard of this. What are we gonna hold hands and kiss? What the hell's a together forever weapon? I wasn't even sending an invite, so I don't even understand that. Whatever.
Lucky Pants now buffs the damage of Sturm overcharge shots, but at a lower than normal efficacy, 110% buff at a legally modded holster times 10. Mother of God. They actually did it. I didn't think they were going to do it. I didn't think they were going to do it, dude. Yes, so you'll be able to get the You'll be able to get the 260% buff against bosses, and then of course the 280, 300% buff on top of the stacking capabilities from a legally modded holster. That is crazy.
Okay, so yeah, they're making this for hunters in specific. This is going to be a really good hunter exotic. So if you're a hunter main, this is going to be good for you. I mean, everyone else, like I think it'll do good. I don't think it's going to outshine a lot of things for the warlock builds. Obviously, I think for hunters it'll look real good. I don't know about for titans. I'd imagine not. You know, they're kind of, for them they kind of use anything, but I don't see them having this in their metal list, to be quite frank.
They have avoided this now for years. I'm surprised they're doing it here. Bungie really wants us to play Destiny right now. They're talking dirty to us. Increase Sturm's ammo generation stat from 30 to 80. Fix an issue where Sturm's overcharged shots were not playing the impact VFX that signify increased damage. A lens flare is now visible on opposing players' Sturm and PvP while they have active Sturm overcharged shots. So watch out. All right.
Oh, okay, so they're gonna make it like sniper, so you can. I mean, it's gonna balance it in PvP, but in PvP it doesn't matter because I don't play PvP, so I don't really. No, I could almost bet money that the Sturm and an illegally modified holster are going to be ridiculous for hunters. I already know. I see it coming. I see it all too clearly. I see the plot. I see what they're doing here.
That's good. That's good. All right. I'm fine with that. That's good. You do this. Max 200 weapon stats. Lucky Pants combo. Go cook, dude. Go cook. All right. Ariana's Vow. Ariana's Vow is given a small VFX adjustment to bring it in line with other special weapons in PvP. A lens flare will now be visible on opposing players' Ariana's Vow in PvP. Graviton Spike.
What is even the reason for that, dude? What is the reason to add that? I feel like that's kind of like, I get it. It's kind of a sniper, but at the same time, it's like, it's not really. Not really a sniper, dude. So what is even the... Oh, this is so I can blast through that. Okay, so I just need to keep doing that over and over again, huh? Oh no, it actually destroyed itself. Alright. Let me hook this up to the charger real quick, guys. Oh, I'm in a no revive zone, huh? I don't know if they had another one of those shoot things, so... Holy crap, man. I'm just trying to grab my damn charger. Wow. That's ridiculous. So far, I'm not hating everything.
Graviton Spike has been quite popular since the launch of Edge of Fate, particularly in the Crucible, where its performance makes it clear its overcharged modes are a bit too easy to turn on. We don't want to outright stomp this weapon down in PvP or PvE, so we're taking a small swing, placing a stricter time on both its base trait and its unique catalyst to activate. With the amount of targets...
Dude, who's been using this in PvP or PvE? I don't know anyone who uses it in PvP. I have not seen anyone really run any loadouts with it, or else I would have been convinced to get it. Same thing. It's like the same thing for Kostov. I haven't seen anyone really use it, so I just haven't gotten it. I could go out there, grind it, you know, do the master missions or the super pro missions of this, and go out and do the campaign and get it done. But you know, I don't see it as a truly viable option. I guess I don't know. I don't see a reason to.
In our non-crucible activities, We found that the performance remains nearly the same, but early Crucible playtests have shown this change reduces the overall frequency of those high power fire modes enough to give this a bit more counterplay. So reduce time to gain overcharge shots from 20 seconds to 7 seconds. Reduce time to gain temporal alignment catalyst buff from infinite to 7 seconds. Benny called this exact nerf. Yeah.
I mean, think this is way too much. That's a ridiculous
carry
nerf.
Charges over very easily, right? So reducing the time to gain overcharge shots means you pretty much have to commit to that gunfight in order to get the benefits.
Done. Okay.
Or at least expose yourself.
I don't see a point in that.
Allowing.
I don't see a point in that at all.
I think people are still going to be able to use this hand cannon very effectively. It's still the best 150 in the game, even surpassing that Sunshot. So I think it's still going to be a very good hand cannon. All right, Terraba. Long ago, when zoom changed damage fall off distance, we reduced the zoom on Terraba to stop it from being a menace in the Crucible. Now that this is no longer the case, we began the process of walking it back up and are now returning it to its original value. So increase zoom to 16. Okay.
Yeah, so far, I mean,
Terraba wrapping this beast active in addition to the Peacekeeper damage buff was proving to be an extreme damage outlier. We wanted to make sure it stays very strong so that high investment and need for close range remain worth it. The top end combined damage needed to come down a bit, particularly to maintain fair competition in our raid and dungeon activities. So reduce the Peacekeeper bonus damage when using Terraba with Ravenous Beast active from 100 to 70%. Was this really that meta? I haven't used Peacekeepers or Terraba all season long.
Who's using Terraba?
I guess were people actually like farming raids with Terraba? In PV, no. Yes, you would get your super quick. Hawkman. Hawkman was given the same treatment as Stern by allowing paracaustic shots to Caw.
You know what? The reason I don't know that is because I haven't played Titan all season. And a lot of the people I know that do play Titan, I haven't talked to since the expansion came out. Or, B.
Tell her to hurry. It won't be long before the region is flooded again.
She knows what she's I haven't tried that anything with them. I mean, I guess if it gives you your super back that fast, maybe it's good. I don't know, dude. I don't think I give it a try. I can hop on my Titan and see.
Fit Lucky Pants. Lucky Pants now buffs the damage of paracaustic shots, but at a lower than normal efficacy, 50% buff at a legally modded holster times 10. Beautiful. Beautiful. God, this is gonna cook. This is gonna cook more than Storm, actually. I think. All right, at least I think we'll be doing damage testing, but I think it might even cook more than Storm. That's gonna be disgusting, and you'll be able to run it back to back. New Land Beyond. New Land Beyond's perk counter previously capped at times 100 now stacks up to 999 for bragging rights. Increased damage is still capped at times 100. Yeah, it's not even just capped at one. Don't go to 100, guys. Go to 20 stacks, you're fine. Who the hell is out there getting this thing to 999? Dude, that...
What weapon are they even talking?
Somebody Devin over there that's like, you know what'd be funny? How about we just stack it up to 1,000? Yeah. Gamers? All right, Lord of Wolves. Lord of Wolves has been a consistent part of loadouts in our raid and dungeon encounters for a while now. We're making an adjustment to let it remain a powerful option. We're also...
Is that what it was for? New Land Beyond exotic? Dude, who cares about that? That one's not very good. Oh, my first pair of 260 legs. Let's see. I can delete this because I don't really need it. I grab these and I can eat them real quick. I can eat them. Like Jameis Winston eats a W. Okay, I mean... I think I got the Ergo Sum Catalyst a little while, like when it first came out, because I knew it was going to be a problem if I didn't. This is my only high piece, like tier 4 armor. I only have one piece of tier 4 armor. It's mid. Why am I keeping this? There's no need to keep this. What does it have? Glass weapon? Get out of here, dude. There's no... I can delete these too. They're not higher, but I could put them in something else. I have like 6 swords, I feel like now. 43, 58. I'll put you and you. All right, let's continue the video because I'm doing this. But overall, I mean, so they just did a funny thing just cause for no reason, I guess.
Encouraging a bit of a diversity when dealing with our most challenging bosses.
And here's them telling us they're nerfing the shit out of Lord of Wolves again.
Decrease release the wolf's damage versus bosses by 20%. Oh boy.
Jeez, dude. Jeez. You just murdered it. Why? You're not making anything better. You made Strum better. What the hell is the point of it? That's ridiculous. There's no reason to do. There's absolutely no reason to do that. There's no reason to do that. Like, tell me, where in their mind did they think that that made sense to them? Why would they even think of something? That's ridiculous. It's one of the dumbest ideas I've heard all night. Lord of Wolves, you might as well delete it. You're not going to need it anymore, dude. You might as well delete the Lord of Wolves. You're not going to need that shit.
All right. There's some legendary shotguns, fellas, that you may want to consider. One of them is actually dropping this week. The other one is Pure, which everybody shit on, by the way. They saw your damage testing. They probably saw, like, literally every player that cleared the DP raid was running Lord of Wolves. That had nothing to do with our damage testing. Everybody was using Lord of Wolves. Then they're doing this specifically leading up to the epic raid. All right. Grand Overture. Look.
That makes 100% sense, too. Are they going to nerf the shit out of Outbreak, too? I mean, Outbreak only really works, in my opinion, best in the standard raid. It's not going to be anywhere near as good in the Ultimatum raid or whatever the hell it's called. Oh, that's when the new raid comes out. I might actually be hopping on that well instead. I might give that a 1-2 try for a few hours. See what happens. I could delete this.
Look at this. This was another weapon that was banned before the previous raid, right? In a long damage phase, particularly for our raid encounters, few of the weapons are able to compete with Grand Overture's total damage. Ideally, we like it to shine when players put in effort to prep.
Grand Overture hasn't been used one time. I haven't seen anyone use Grand Overture in such a hot minute. It's ridiculous. And honestly, I don't understand. Like if you I'll have to go and look at the damage test. I haven't seen any new damage tests for anything. But I guarantee you it's not that damn good, dude. It's not that damn good. I already know it's not that damn good. Everyone knows that. Everyone knows it's not that good. Here, recollections. That's the... I might keep that in there. I can delete that. I would probably take that. 43. Yeah, this is gone. I don't need that. Lord of Wolves is like ridiculously killed. What are they going to do to Grand Overture?
A missile barrage before a damage phase instead of being one of the best options, even with no preparation. This pass will rein in Grand Overture's.
What are you talking about with no preparation? You have to shoot the thing, what is it, 10 times, 20 times to get full court or whatever it is, and be able to shoot a bunch of ballistic rockets at something? There's no way it does that much damage, dude.
Slightly, and give a bit of more space to entertain other options for specific raid encounters. So reduce total reserves from 58 to 48. Catalyst, Omega Strike micro missiles no longer require direct hits. Hit kills for enemies to explode. Enemies killed by its blast radius will now also trigger the explosion.
Wait, is this a buff or is this a nerf?
Okay. Omega Strike micro missiles no longer require direct hit.
Reduce total reserves from 58 to 48. That's ridiculous. Why? Omega Strike micro missiles no longer require direct hit kills for enemies to explode. Enemies killed by the blast radius will also trigger it. I mean, that's not a huge nerf, but I haven't seen anyone use this weapon for anything. You know what? Just to prove my point, watch. I'm going to go through the whole next thing. I'll grab Grand Overture, make sure it has its catalyst. I'll bring it on over and show you. Watch.
Kills for enemies to explode. Enemies killed by its blast radius will now also trigger the explosion.
There's no reason for it.
That's the alt fire mode. Yes. Be honest, I'm not using Grand Overture. I don't know if you guys have been using it, but in terms of the raid meta for me, it's been Outbreak, Thunderlord before that, and really the crossbow. Honestly, the crossbow with Temporal Blast is all I've been using. All right, the Queenbreaker. Since its rework in Episode Heresy, the Queenbreaker has proven a reliable and easy-to-use option for consistent damage, particularly for raid and dungeon boss encounters. We're tapping it down some to bring it more in line with other similarly easy-to-use options to make a bit more space for other weapons in the...
No one's used Queensbreaker in a minute either. What is even the point of this? And even if they saw it as an option, why would you do this? Why would you do this? This doesn't even... Okay, whatever. It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Those fights. So we reduce damage versus bosses by 8%. Reduce decreased charge rate via combat sites by 15%.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't even using Queenbreaker right now. Yeah. This nerf kind of would have made more sense in Heresy. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not even using Queenbreaker right now. When we did our damage tests, it's like almost half of what the crossbow can do. All right, Outbreak Perfected, Barrel Dyad, and higher.
I mean, yeah, that's what I mean. It's not even worth using. It's not. No one's been using it because we don't have what is it called? Particle Reconstruct anymore. There's no reason to use it. What's up, Rose? How you doing? There's no reason to use that. No reason at all. All right, Father. Yes, how's it going? We're gonna test a little something out because apparently there's gonna be a large nerf to that. So we're gonna test something out. I'll even put this on. Okay, I'll put these on just to make sure. I'm not too bad. How you doing, dog? How's it been? Long time no see since yesterday, man. Ooh. Know what I mean? How you doing, dude? Nice talking to you. It's nice to see you back. You're back. The old one too. Yeah, I know. We're going over the video of the patches that are coming next week that they're releasing today. They're saying they're going to nerf this for some reason. I don't know why. No one's using this. They're also nerfing Queensbreaker, just so you know.
You need these weapons are currently sniffing
No, I get
outliers
it.
in terms of
Rose.
super
You're dope as hell
energy
just for
generation,
stopping by, man.
particularly during raid and dungeon boss damage phases. A core part of their exotic identity is seeking projectiles for additional damage, but the projectiles are creating some issues with super tuning. So we want to tune that down instead of nerfing the weapon's damage output when that's ultimately not the issue culprit. All right, so Outbreak Perfected, reduce damage base recharger super contribution, slightly reduce nanites damage base recharger super contribution. Oof.
All right, so they just nerfed Outbreak Perfected as well. Yeah, they're nerfing Outbreak. Yep, they were nerfing Outbreak. That's what that just was. I put it on my screen to show. If you want to see, read it as well and watch along with me, you can go watch on the red app or the purple app. I have it up there, but you're only going to hear it. But yeah, they're nerfing Outbreak Perfected. They're also going to do this literally the same thing to Burrow Dyad, because Burrow Dyad, whether you knew it or not,
All right, so this might
crazy
just
like Outbreak as well.
kill it. I'm gonna be honest, guys. They're reducing.
It's not going to matter too much for you. Then you're not even going to notice the nerf. It's not a damage nerf. It's more of a it's a super nerf, is what it is. It's a super nerf over onto sleep. Yeah, you probably wake them up. Oh, 12. Yeah. No, you won't even notice. You won't even notice a difference. You won't notice a difference at all. Yeah, PvE is where it's really dominant, believe it or not.
The nanites and the base damage recharge super contribution. I don't think anybody. I'm probably not. We'll test it. There's a good chance we won't be using Outbreak Perfected. All right, Barrow Dyad, slightly reduced damage based recharge super contribution of non-seekers. Reduce damage based recharge super contribution via taken seekers.
You know, this would be perfect.
Higher give needs reduce damage based recharge super contribution via guidance ring arrows.
I use third iteration more for PvE season. Understandable. I respect it.
Okay. Oh boy. Thunderlord. We discovered an issue with Thunderlord's exotic catalyst, which was causing lightning strikes to refill more ammunition than was required to activate it. So we fixed this. Fixed an issue with Thunderlord Catalyst where it was refilling more ammo than intended.
That's not good.
So you didn't have to use Actium War Rig with Thunderlord because it refilled itself with the lightning strikes.
That's not going to be good. They shouldn't be. They're doing way too many nerfs. I don't respect this or like it. Like it. Not gonna lie, I don't like it at all. Yeah, I mean, this is not good so far. Not good. I don't like it. I don't like it. Outbreak Perfected. I use in PvP. I use it in PvP all the time as well.
All right. So pretty much every weapon that was the raid meta or the weapons that allowed us to complete Desert Perpetual is getting messed up pretty hard here. I'm telling you, man, Les, I told you, this epic raid is about to put it on us. Bungie doesn't want this. Look, they're not going to roll out DP and then call it epic DP and not expect to massively... I'm telling you, epic DP, they're calling it epic for a reason. And we better come in ready. Les, if we come in this...
Dude, it's going to be a real pain. I already see it happening now. It's going to be a real pain. Oh, dude, yeah, no, that scout rifle is gnarly. It's gnarly.
Thinking we're going to just walk in there and make it happen like it's some normal 5 feet raid. We are going to get absolutely... I'm going to go say this right now. 40 hours. I'm going to be away for 40 hours. Already know it. Already know it. I am expecting 40 hours. 3 vomits. We're a little too nonchalant here. I need us to treat this seriously. Okay. Rolling Ovation. Befitting its...
Watch it be one of the easiest raids anyone's ever done. So right now we're going to try this Grand Overture. We're going to try... Thanks for sharing there, Will. I appreciate you, buddy. We're going to try this Grand Overture, and see what the hell's going on. See if it's actually as crazy as they say it is.
Fantasy of Damage Phase Prima Donna. Rolling Ovation. Launch asking too much of players to really make the weapon shine against bosses. These changes should allow it to shine in a variety of damage rotations while maintaining the promise that dealing more damage with other weapons will always result in anticipation building faster. So
what the hell is Rolling Ovation?
Increase the rate at which anticipation builds. A fairly optimized damage rotation utilizing Rolling Ovation should see the anticipation meter field time decrease from 10 seconds to...
Does anyone know what Rolling Motivation is? Is it heavy? What is
8 seconds. Less optimized damage rotations will see a more significant field time decrease. Okay. Do you want us to use it? Wow, 2 seconds? I don't know. I'll tell you what, if you nerf everything, I may have to use it. If you nerf everything else, boys, we might be using Rolling Ovation. You know what I mean? All right, weapon.
Let's see what the hell Rolling Ovation is. Let me buy something from Logan first, and we'll look.
You already shot me once.
What up, Marilyn? How's it going, dude? Yeah. Yes. All right, we need to figure out what the hell Rolling Ovation is. I'm curious now. What is it? You know, I wish you could look for shit we could implement. I have no idea what it is. No idea. I'll look it up here in a second.
Perks. Burning Ambition. We're overall very happy with how Burning Ambition is landing, but this perk uses some fancy new tech to make it easier for us to build and maintain these kind of perks. And in some cases, the enhanced versions of this perk would not provide a decrease in number of shots
Rolling Ambition is a perk.
It activates. So time to activate threshold reduced from 2.5 seconds to 2 seconds. Enhanced time to activate threshold reduced from 2.25 to 2 seconds. Magazine base hit activation threshold reduced from 60% of the mag to 55%. That's nice. Enhanced mag base hit activation threshold is unchanged at 55% of the mag. When calculating the lower of the above thresholds, the perk no longer rounds down. Enhancing this now reduces the hits to activate by a flat 1 hit. Okay, that's good. Still proccing Burning Ambition should be easier, should be better. Enhanced perk improvements. When we were initially developing enhanced perks, we had a strong vision around what they could be. Now with the system implemented alongside so many new enhanced perks, we feel more comfortable revisiting some old perks and granting them greater benefits to align them with the fantasies they're trying to deliver more. With that in mind, the following perks have had their enhancement benefits adjusted. So Dragonfly removed the +5 reload speed, added 10% damage to the explosion. Okay. Yeah, that's nice. Cluster bombs.
Okay,
removed
that's
the
good.
+5 blast radius, added 10% damage to each cluster bomb. Reservoir burst. Removed the +5 stability, added 10% to the enhanced shot damage. Oh, on top of the 25. Magnificent Howl. Removed +5 reload speed, added +5% damage to each enhanced shots. Eye of the Storm. Removed +5 stability, added 10% effectiveness to all Eye of the Storm.
To me, it sounds like they're going to be doing a big. What they're doing currently is literally a big move on legendaries again, trying to make it seem like they actually should have purpose again. That'd be the first time in a while, but you know, never say never, I guess.
Benefits. Flash count. Remove +5 inventory size. Added +1 second to disorient time. I'm gonna be honest, Bungie. I don't know if you can make this happen, but for flash counter, if you could just make everything aggro to me very aggressively. Like, I don't even want to disorient them. I want them to just immediately well on me. Like, the moment I throw it up, you know what I'm saying? Like, have them aggressively come on to me. You know what I'm saying? Chain reaction. Remove +20 inventory size. Added 10% damage to the explosion. Okay. Headstone. Remove +5 stability. Added new behavior. Precision kills always generate a large stasis crystal. Am I misunderstanding?
I mean, everything so far hasn't sounded like it sounds pretty good. It sounds like it could be pretty damn good, dude. It sounds like it could be pretty damn good for buffs. I mean, it really just more in the legend. I have a feeling that they're trying to go back towards like yes, your exotic matters, but your legendary. Now that's where it can change the whole thing. Now, if they do that again, I could 100% see why they wouldn't, you know, want exotic. Because there's so few exotics compared to legendaries, and if they have some badass legendaries, you know what I mean? It's been a while I've ever actually used a legendary on for damage. So I'm not opposed to this. I'm not opposed to this. I like it sounds like all buffs around the corner. And obviously, like, I'm not going to do the research myself. I'm going to wait for someone to do the research for me. Then tell me, oh, this is good for damage. Go and get this out. You know what I mean? Because I don't do. I've tried damage testing, and it just takes too long, and I don't get enough views to ask me to do damage testing. So, but I will relay the good stuff to you. Like what I'm This is something I have tested. Like this SMG I'm using. The problem is you can't get it anymore. This SMG I'm using right now, I have tested it quite a few times. It is a beast. Smoky stop. Smoky stop. I mean, it literally stacks fire on top of it, dude. And then not only that, but it revives you, got heal clip. So it's almost like there's no downtime. Smoky, stop. For the love of God. They're also making it so enhanced perks are better. Smoky. Damn. Burning Ambition. It's good. I think they said they were nerfing it a bit, right? That sucks if that is what's going on. I hope it's not.
Doesn't it always? Oh, sometimes it's a small.
Kind of like a buff.
There's two sizes. Oh, I've actually never sat down and looked at them side by side. So now you're always going to get a big boy crystal. Okay. Chill clip. Remove +5 stability. Add a new behavior. Players can now create slowing detonations from a lower percentage of the magazine. Good God. I'm telling you.
Chill clip is back. My my once amazing rocket launcher is now once again amazing. That's a W. I like that. Smokey, cut the shit, dude. Such a crazy cat.
Guys, get that new shotgun. All right, we did damage testing with it. Now that all these changes, Lord of Wolves just got nerfed too. Just throwing it out there, man. A chill clip version of that weapon. It may be the meta. All right, remove +5 handling. Add a new behavior. There is a.
It'll give me a reason to play their new stupid mode, which I guess is really what they want at the end of the day. I just hate being a brig, dude. Oh shit, 2 of us down.
Chance to generate 2 threadlings instead of 1. Ooh, Nice. Weapon mods. Temporal blasts. Oh god. As we updated perk damage scaling with the explosions in the Edge of Fates, we missed updating temporal blasts to this philosophy, leading to a number of instances where this mod provides a wealth of extra damage, particularly on explosive weapons. To make space for some of the other seasonal mods and builds, we want to bring this down just a bit. No longer gains progress on splash damage. Reduce blast damage impulse by...
So it's going to make the bow kind of useless then. You have the solar wave sword from heavy metal. It has attrition norms and the burning perk. That'll probably be good for ad clear. I can see that being really good for ad clear, actually.
66%. Note, these changes in tandem, on average, increase shots to ready explosion by 1 to 2 trigger pulls. They also reduce damage of the blast when caused by heavy weapons dramatically more than special primary weapons. For example, 75% nerf when used with crossbow or rockets, but only 23% with rocket pulse. Good God, Bungie. It's a seasonal mod. It's one season. It's gone. It's literally gone in December. The crossbow is dead. No, the crossbow is dead. And we're gonna have to redo all the damage testing. Mother, I glazed the mod too.
Yeah, I knew that. I knew that was gonna happen too. I knew it was gonna happen. They're killing it.
Much. Well, it was good. It was fantastic. Exotic armor tuning preview for Ash and Iron. Feature armor expansion. And Ash and Iron will also be expanding the featured exotic armor list. They'll benefit from.
So the mod on this crossbow here, okay? The mod on this temporal. Wait, it's supposed to be this temporal blast, okay? Is going to get the shit nerfed out of it, nerfing the bow. Because to be honest with you, the bow isn't good without it and never really was good in the first place, in my opinion. So it's not going to matter. The bow is going to be useless, so everyone who wants it might as well kiss it goodbye.
The artifact buff providing additional damage resistance and contribute to your score. To encourage some new build crafting selections, we've tuned a number of these additions. For spine, let's get it. Frosty, stronghold, okay. Hazardous propulsion, chromatic fire, controverse hold. Great, that's great, Bungie. But here's also another idea. What if it wasn't a feature list? You know what I'm saying? What if we could use whatever we wanted to use? Titan and Ash and Iron were reworking the exotic stronghold arms. For a while now, they provided immense defensive benefits, but those benefits rarely proved to be valuable to players outside of niche situations. We're redistributing the power that this exotic provides to make build crafting with it more interesting, doubling down on the tank fantasy to make moment-to-moment decisions more engaging. Perfect guard HUD buff now appears as a bar. Stacks no longer drop off 10 seconds after blocking damage. They persist until they are spent. Blocking large amounts of incoming fire gains stacks at a slower rate, while blocking lower amounts of incoming fire gains stacks at a faster rate. Landing a direct hit on a light or heavy sword attack consumes 50% of your perfect guard charge, exhausting enemies' hits and instantly healing you and nearby allies. Landing sword hits while at max perfect guard stacks will now fully refill your sword energy instead of offering infinite guard duration. This enables back-to-back heavy attacks or allows immediate ability to block again. Now that it fully heals you and nearby allies, it no longer grants restoration. Gradually gains up to plus 50.
So what are they nerf? This is an intense nerf, dude. Okay, you ready? I'll even turn on this just to make sure that the volleys really go through. Who's using that for damage? Who's using that for damage whatsoever? What is even good about that for damage, dude? And my volleys hit him. I saw my volleys hit him. That's not good. That's not good for DPS, dude. Whoever the hell's using that for damage needs to get their shit checked. Here, I'll even... I mean, it's like, alright, dude. You know, it's alright, but this guy should have been down a lot more. Let me get back up here. You know what? I'm at 20 rockets again. I'm not even going to waste it on him. I'm just going to keep that for the next boss. Since I'm already at 20 rockets, there's no reason to get rid of it. Yeah, that wasn't good damage, dude. I don't even know what the point of that was. I'll try it again on the next boss, but I guarantee you it's not going to be great.
Guard resistance and plus 50 guard
Okay, what the question was, what the hell are they nerfing the hell out of? What is it? Titan. Okay. Perfect guard HUD. Let's see. Do I need anything from Ribbon here? Solar enhancement, super accelerant, solar scorch, lethal class recharge, energy enhancement. No, there's no reason for me to do this. Perfect guard.
working the exotic stronghold
Strongholds. They're changing strongholds.
arms.
Complete.
For a while now, they provided
For no
immense
reason.
defensive benefit.
Why would you change strongholds, dude? Why do you keep giving Titans these nerfs? I'm not even a Titan and I'm annoyed with it, dude. There's a reason we use strongholds because it was good. It was good and it was reliable when you needed to survive something. Because all they do is overtune the shit out of the enemies and make them harder to kill to begin with. So we needed someone who was massively defensive. You know what they really didn't like it for? Was because people were using it to distract the Wyvern boss in Perpetual Nightmare. Or Perpetual yeah, might as well be a Perpetual Nightmare, damn dude. Desert Perpetual.
But those benefits rarely prove to be valuable to players outside of niche situations. We're redistributing the power that this exotic provides to make build crafting with it more interesting, doubling down on the tank fantasy to make moment-to-moment decisions more engaging. Perfect guard HUD buff now appears as a bar. Stacks no longer drop off 10 seconds after blocking damage, they persist until they are spent. Blocking larger amounts of incoming fire gains stacks at a slower rate, while blocking lower amounts of incoming fire gains stacks at a faster rate. Landing a direct hit on a light or heavy sword attack consumes 50% of your perfect guard charge.
Okay, I mean, so what? It's adding a damage bonus? Is that what I'm hearing? To swords? I mean, don't they already... Oh, I guess that is what they're for. I don't know. I don't know, dude. I really would feel like... I mean, he's in Titan main. I'm going to see what he says. I feel like that's kind of stupid, in my opinion. I don't like that personally. If I was a Titan, I'd be kind of annoyed with that.
Exhausting enemies hits and instantly healing you and nearby allies. Landing sword hits while at max perfect guard stack.
That doesn't sound horrible. That doesn't sound horrible. It doesn't sound horrible.
Will now fully refill your sword energy instead of offering infinite guard duration. This enables back-to-back heavy attacks or allows immediate ability to block again. Now that it fully heals you and nearby allies, it no longer grants restoration. Gradually gains up to plus 50 guard resistance and plus 50 guard endurance based on the number of perfect guard stacks instead of the previous.
I didn't even know it gave restoration. Why replace it with healing instead? Wasn't the point of restoration to replace all those verbs anyway?
Plus 100 guard resistance, meaning you'll be able to build craft with your sword perks a bit more to maximize your defensive or offensive prowess. Gain 30% damage resist for 1.5 seconds upon exiting sword guard instead of gaining resist times 4 while blocking. This is now a generic source of damage resist and can stack with other sources of resist. Walking speed while guarding with a sword is now increased when moving in all directions instead of only forwards. Am I understanding this correctly? Am I not going to be able to fucking tank no more? Like, you're going to just give me 30% damage resist, Bungie? Am I not getting resist times 4? Right here. Gain 30% damage resist for 1.5 seconds upon exiting guard, sword guard, instead of gaining resist times 4 while blocking. Who is making these changes? Who are you? Is it an individual? Is it Todd?
Yeah, this is a horrible change. This is a horrible change. It sounded good for a second, but then Bungie with their wording and trickery, like... I knew this wasn't a good change. Okay, I thought it was going to be pretty... Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. No good. No bueno.
Who is it? Who's making these decisions? Look, man, Bungie, I appreciate you trying to give us whatever fantasy, use my sword. I like to just block with my sword and never die. That was fantasy. I'm gonna be honest. You didn't have to touch, like, you didn't have to touch anything on Stronghold. You could have just looked the other way for the next decade, and I probably would have been all right with it. You didn't have to do anything here. Hunter, start Arachne. Woven Mail is a strong buff, but without a means for regaining health, Strand Hunter struggles to stay in the fray. This change, the base exotic aims to increase some of that survivability while you grapple around combat. While Woven Mail is active, will now also return health on defeating an enemy. Good for you guys. Now,
okay, so that's a buff to hunters. Warlocks don't have something like that. Don't get that with Woven Mal. That was a Titan exclusive before. So they're going to go ahead and give hunters a ridiculous buff for not, like, dude, really? They already have 2 swings. Not only that, but I don't know if you've used the Warlock Strand melee in some things, but it doesn't even let you use it anymore. So like, it's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Today you got a haircut? Hell yeah, buddy. What'd you get?
Unintended patch notes. This is the class item right here. While updating Sir Arachne, we begin to investigate some adjustments to the Spirit of Sir Arachne to balance it a bit against other options on the exotic class item. We concluded this change was premature, but we're unable to fully remove the change before 9.1.0 was locked. While we intend to visit the effectiveness of this perk in the long run, we're rolling back the following change to the Woven Melt timer in our next available patch. The Spirit of Sir Arachne, duration of Woven Melt provided reduced from 10 seconds to 6. This will be reverted in our next available patch. So let me just get this right. In one paragraph, you completely kill Titan's ability to tank, and now you're making Hunter's tank. Can we just have an article about class identity?
Yeah, I don't understand that. Why are they making hunters even tankier than they already are? They can go invis whenever they have something. They're supposed to be really going into invis constantly, but they're not. We're gonna try this again. We're gonna try. Let me reload it. Let me get 20 shots with it. That's ridiculous, dude. They always give hunters ridiculous buffs.
Identity last week. Bungie, I'm a tank. That's what I'm supposed. Titan. That's what we do. Warlocks. Chromatic Fire. Chromatic Fire is an exotic that ostensibly should be useful when a variety of subclasses and weapons, when in reality the current design is only useful on certain subclasses with a subset of kinetic weapons. We're reworking it to be less dependent on your subclass to be useful and to be functional with all kinetic weapons. Yes, all. Detonation radius on precision kinetic final blows has increased by 36%. No longer applies keywords based on equipped super. Non-precision kinetic final blows also produces detonation. The radius of this detonation is dependent on how many recent elemental final blows the player has achieved. Good job. That's good. All right, Controverse Hold. Controverse Hold should have been a big winner with the stat rework, but ultimately it failed to shine in the Edge of Fate release meta. For buffing the energy return, tuning it by grenade type to be aligned with how quickly the grenade cooldown lasts, and giving it a bit of a buff by providing weaken, freeing up some lightly spaced and fragment selection when using this exotic. The charge grenades are now applied weaken. Energy return has been tuned per grenade type. Vortex grenades now gains increase slightly, but can no longer activate twice. Axion bolts, Handel supernova, and scatter grenade gains all received moderate increases. Man, y'all remember Controverse was the meta? Remember that? Like doing like solo runs of GMs? Controverse was actually the meta. Abilities tuning preview for Ash and Iron.
I don't know if that's going to push it at all.
Most of the ability changes coming in Ash and Iron. In our Warlock tuning.
All right, here we go again. You ready? Did that even do like a good amount of his health, dude? I feel like that didn't really do shit. Here we are again. I'll use the rest of my ammo to get what we can out of this. I didn't see it even slightly. Oh shit. Halfway. No, it doesn't look like good damage at all. So I don't even understand why they would say that. It looks pretty mediocre in the damage department, to be completely honest with you.
In preview. In our class identity write-up, but there are a few more we haven't talked about yet. So Hunter, Gambler's Dodge. In the Edge of Fate release, we changed the melee energy return from Gambler's Dodge to scale on the melee stats and no longer require dodging near an enemy. We're bringing back the dodging near enemies behavior to double the amount of energy you get while rescaling the stat bonus. This change brings back the gamble by allowing you to get close to enemies to double your reward while addressing Crucible feedback about Hunter melee spam. In PvE, having 50 melee stat and dodging near an enemy will now give you a full melee charge. And at 100 melee stat, dodging near an enemy will grant 2 melee charges from multi-charge abilities. Rescale the amount of melee energy generated by Gambler's Dodge from 100% at 70 stat points to 100% at 100 stat points. Dodging near an enemy now doubles this amount. Reduce the amount of melee energy generated in PvP. Note the amount of energy generated in PvP has been reduced by only 20% in this patch. When in patch 9.1.0.1, it will be reduced by a full amount of 50%. So yeah, it's going to be very strong until 9.1.0.1. But even then, man, it's still going to be very strong. Dude, I gotta say, man, Bungie handles hunters like just the most delicate flowers that you guys are. Y'all know that? Every single time. Every time it's like a hunter. Bungie's like, don't
Grand Overture didn't need a nerf at all. It wasn't good at all. It was mediocre the entirety of that time. It was just mediocre. There's no reason for they did what they did there. It's not consistent damage. God.
Piss the hunters off. Be very, very surgical with these changes. Lightweight throwing knives. We received strong feedback that lightweight throwing knives are frustrating to play against in Crucible. We're reducing their damage versus players, but continue to monitor the performance. Reduce damage versus players by 16%. General, Woven Mail. In order to fix an issue with Warlock's new Weave Walk behavior, we're making a change to Woven Mail application to make the duration no longer reset to the original Woven Mail source max duration. Now when you proc Woven Mail, the duration will be the longer of these two options. The current time remaining or the new source's max duration. Woven Mail's application no longer resets duration to original source duration. Now stats. We're still working.
I'm a little invested.
Any assistance the Vanguard is willing to provide is a boon to us, Petra.
It's all right, Mara. She's still warming up to me.
You're a bit dim, so it's taking a while.
Relax, Venge. You already shot me once.
I got a text message. I guess one of my cousins had to get kicked off the road because someone called in a big bad thing. If you get what I'm saying, maybe you don't. That's okay. They really do treat them as
out the kinks of our new stat
flowers
system. We made some
over here,
changes
hunters.
to smooth out the experience. First up, we're making stats no longer increase damage against yourself. Stat damage bonuses no longer increase self-damage. Next, we're making the super stat the only stat that buffs your super damage. It's cleaner and more consistent this way. Melee and grenade stat damage bonuses no longer apply to melee and grenade damage done while in your super. Super stat continues to increase melee and grenade damage in the super. Those scales from the super stat.
That's ridiculous. Why remove that, dude? Because your melee and your grenade is literally the entirety of your super on Song of Flames, and it isn't even that great. Like, I mean, Song of Flames is decent. Like, there's better shit to use out there. So really, what that was is no one even sees it. That was a direct nerf to Song of Flames. That was a direct nerf to Song of Flames. You know, and I'm sure people are going to be like, well, good. Because Warlocks don't get nerfed a lot, but there's a reason they don't. How many times have Warlocks been anything besides the healer in 90% of parties that you've been in, or anyone you know that's been in? You know what I mean? It's not many. You know, so there's no need. They just nerf Song of Flame. Hey, what's up there, Sebastian? Yeah, see, I don't even see all these people always coming in.
RIP Song of Flame. We'll be looking at pre and post. We're going to have a lot of pre and posts, obviously. We're also fixing a technical issue that was causing the class stat to only increase the benefits when you hit a multiple of 10. Fix an issue. The class stat energy benefits were not scaling smoothly between increments of 10. Finally, we have a fix for mods and perks that increases players' mobility. Correct an issue where the upper end of mobility stat benefits was set too low, resulting in mobility boost like the athletic mods appearing to grant less mobility and attendance. We're looking forward to getting these ability changes in the wild. In addition to these changes, we're also shipping some Warlock buffs that we mentioned a few tweets back. Hunter and Titan buffs will be coming later in our 9.1.5 October release. That's it from the Sandbox team for upcoming Ash and Iron changes. We'll be watching, launching, and ingesting all the feedback that comes our way from these changes. See y'all in the Plaguelands. Well, how do we feel? Ash and shit.
Yeah, it's Ash and ass, dude. This isn't good. This isn't good.
Can we get a poll on this? I'm not gonna comment. This is I'm letting y'all poll this. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm excited that things like Sturm and Hawkmoon is gonna be buffed with Lucky Pants. That is very exciting. There are
but it's not gonna matter. That's literally a hunter-specific thing.
Don't get me wrong. Like, the damage resist is gonna be nice, right? But the idea of strongholds and a sword is to sit there and block forever. And I know it's kind of cheesy, but it's amazing. And it was only really good last season in Heresy because we had unraveling rounds and the artifact mod that allowed us to proc bolt charge very easily with unraveling rounds. And you can apply it there to the strand sword. I know we have like the chill clip sword right now. Not the chill clip sword. What is it called? It's the cold steel flash counter combo. But that's still not, in my opinion, not as strong as the unraveling build last season with our strand sword. The other big nerf is temporal blast. And let's just be clear. The reason why you're seeing temporal blast get a nerf, why you're seeing a number of exotics get a nerf, you can literally just go down the list of the best weapons in the game damage wise that would what? Give us an advantage in the epic raid. And that's what they're addressing. That is what they're addressing. From super.
But then what are we going to use for the epic raid when it does come in? I know a majority of people probably going to be doing the epic raid for one reason or another. You know, I'm not going to shit on anyone for not doing it or doing it or trying and attempting it, you know, because I didn't even finish the last raid, Dead Desert Perpetual. You know what I mean? Oh, dude, I love this SMG so much. Man, oh man, this I don't think this is good. I think they need to revert all these changes immediately.
Regeneration to possibly Queen Breaker getting out of hand, which I didn't think it was going to get that out of hand, but whatever. Grand Overture, Lord of Wolves. That's why they're doing what they're doing. All right, how do you feel about the patch notes? 76% says trash.
We just tested Grand Overture, and if anything, it needs a buff. It's pretty mediocre.
19% says mid, 5% says awesome. All right, well, we'll see, man. We'll be doing pre and post, and everybody get ready. I think the epic raid is going to be really, really difficult. I don't think it's going to mess around, especially with these changes. This stuff, it's about to be tough.
Slap that like button like your mama told you right.
And that was the Asda Cross video. That was the, I'd like to thank him for reading that, but I don't think any of those changes were really anything like, besides for Hunters, they got amazing changes. It's just not going to push the envelope. It's not going to push the envelopes for Titans or Warlock. It's going to continue to decrease player retention in general, and it's just not going to be worth it in the long run. It's too stupid of a change for it to even be slightly worth it at all. It's not going to be worth it, dude. I'm telling you now, it's not going to be worth it. Horrible changes. Oh wait, I need to do this real quick. Now what I need to do is get inside that thing so I don't die. Finished. Oh yeah, dude, this just stacked it on him. I already know this weapon would go crazy in a full build here. I need to do one thing over here real quick. Welcome back, Will. We have finished the TWAB, and it is absolutely horrible. I should probably turn this down in all honesty. It is absolutely horrible. Don't understand it at all. I forgot I'm not in some sort of healing rift or any of that shit. Those are some of the worst changes for every subclass but Hunter that I've ever seen. I see that they're going to be buffing. No, you're good. You're good. No worries, buddy. You got to do what you got to do at the end of the day. Yeah, those are some of the most useless not mods, but changes think I've seen in a long time. And they're going to end up reverting a lot of these decisions, especially the one where it comes with when it comes to strongholds. They're going to revert that. It's so stupid. Yeah, I mean, I understand some of the nerfs on the recent things, but they're like, there's like no buffs. Sleeper becomes ridiculous, which I I doubt Sleeper is going to become no. I highly doubt it. I just don't see that as being a plausible thing. How much do I need for this? 400? It seems like I only get about 100. I'll buy one revive token. You know what? I almost want to get the Scorch thing. You know what? No, I'll wait. Maybe Ash and Iron Season, there's going to be some sort of crazy mods for us to use. Dude, are they even adding? Like I didn't think they were adding anything here. Yeah, 89 days. Next major update. And Ash and Iron is next week. They're not adding any more to the artifact. On a crazy train. Yeah, you'll have a new season pass to do, but that's it. Uh, Find another res? No, I didn't. Insane. Going off the rails on a crazy train. I don't think Ash and Iron is going to add really anything useful. I think it'll be, at best, maybe a slight improvement. At best, you know, I don't see it doing anything critical. Or not improvement, deprovement. I'm sorry. I mean, it's going to bring things down. It's not going to improve anything. I mean, I get it. They are trying to bring some of their hardcore players back that want harder things, but I don't think that this is. I don't think they need to be. They've already disabled 80% of the game. If you really think about it, because of the portal, they disabled like 80% of the game. The old raids are useless to do. Unless you have crafted weapons from them, then or want crafted weapons, and that's like the only time they're actually useful. Other than that, no reason to do a master raid, no reason to do a lot of shit. Desert Perpetual, you know, it's like unless they're releasing another like actual TWID tomorrow, which they're not. You know, let's be honest, let's be realistic. That's what they gave for the week. I don't see Ash and Iron being a major success or pushing the needle whatsoever. Actually, you know what? It is in the Plague Lands, but I feel like they haven't shown us shit yet. They've kept some stuff way too close to their chest, and this is definitely one of them where it's kept way too close to their chest for no reason, in my opinion. What it need to be this close? Ooh, this close to their chest for? If they want people hyped, they need to start showing us shit, and it almost at this point feels intentional. Yeah, no, they're giving us a new season pass. That the season pass isn't what I'm worried about though. Yeah, 5 days. It's that's not what I'm worried about though. The fact that we're not getting any more artifact mods till the end of the year, dude. What that really means is, let me. I'll tell you in a minute. All that really means though, dude, is like they're just waiting to put stuff out because that's when they want more people to come back again when it's fun to play the game again. And that means that this artifact that we currently have is for the entirety of the year. They thought that this artifact was so good it's for the entirety of the year. That's at least what it seems like to me. Because Ash and I, yeah, December, right? Yeah, and they're just going to add some more stuff. They're not going to change their whole. They're not going to give us another artifact. They're not going to change the thing for the entirety of the year. Yeah, I knew that was coming. Because when does Renegades come out? 89 days, right? Next major update. 89 days is when they expand on it. So that's what we get for the entirety of the year. Those are amounts for the entirety of the year. So the entirety of the year it's going to be focused on Strand and Solar. And this time I won't need to use that stupid Grand Overture. I might give it a try on like Hydra just to see if it does anything, but I swear I've tried it before and it really isn't great. Screw it. I'm just gonna. Like, you tell me this is given too many lightning strikes? Maybe it is. Thank you for the likes there, Burrito Markman. How you doing today? I'm trying to focus on this boss a little bit more because this is where we died earlier. So, yeah, I don't have high hopes for Ash and Iron. That's kind of where I'm at this point. Is not really high hopes whatsoever for Ash and Iron. Is that a free res for us? It was. Okay. It's going to have a new story element to D2 Renegade. I mean, what is it going to add that's going to be that? We'll have to really see because Edge of Fate was kind of lackluster in a lot of ways, and I expected it to be, don't get me wrong, but it was a little bit more lackluster than even I expected. That's really my problem with him more than anything. Yeah, I kind of because I'm really using solar more than anything. 10%, yeah. I just don't believe Ash and Iron's going to do anything crazy for us. I mean, look at this. We're still doing the coil. That's from
Our enemies await you.
the year before last year, so this is like a 2-year-old activity that we're doing.
I wonder.
That they just decided to bring back for shits and giggles because they never took it out of the game fully.
Wherever this is, and Riven did not either.
I know they're also doing a buff to Onslaught. Honestly, no idea if it's going to be worth it or not.
Although, I don't remember her
I think
name.
they'll give us
Doubtful.
Iron Lord. Oh my god.
Aware of such an arrangement.
Iron Lord armor and Ashen Iron Season as an ornament? Absolutely. They need to make sales. And that's like the easiest way to make sales. I just got a tisk 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 from this guy, damn it. Oh yeah, I'm just fire stacking this shit up, dude. See, what I do like about this activity is you can just change it. You can change it every time. I guess that's kind. This was the beta test for their new system, wasn't it? Had to do it back. I absolutely think they would do something like that for sales, though, without a doubt in my mind. They would do something like that. Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna die here. I'm not dying here because these guys. I'm just gonna pull them forward here. Actually, I probably could have used that. Don't know why I didn't. There it goes. Okay, there it is. Here we go. Can't remember, but you heard the season passes or what? Oh yeah, you'll be able to repurchase the old seat. Yeah, it's all to make money. Which it's like, well, you know, whatever. I guess I get it. Makes sense so you don't miss out on like FOMO or whatever. You'll just be able to get all the old exotics you were once able to get. I don't feel like those exotics are really game breaking enough for us to do that. Hopefully, some people are able to buy levels so they can finally get the Grand Overture Catalyst for if it does become meta at all. Because there've been a few times where it actually has been decent. I'm not gonna lie. It's just in a lot of situations, it just simply, unless the boss is completely stationary, it's just not worth it.
You'll need Soul Device's signatures to pick those locks.
Oh shit. Yeah, no, it is older season pass. You can purchase them and get all the shit that you missed out of it. Damn, dude, shit. Get off me. God. The amount of deaths that I've wasted so far is ridiculous. Maybe for things you hadn't, probably 1,000. I think it'll let you collect all the old shit because you already bought them, but it'll also let you buy levels. Absolutely. It only makes sense. They, you know what I mean? Holy crap, that was actually a little worse than I expected. I think it's 600, or it's either 1,000 or 600 for the season you didn't buy. Oh my god. I literally noticed it last second. This is what just happened to kill everything currently. Yeah, he died the same way. I knew that was going to happen. I might just have to pull him forward. The next plate is like... I wish you could just kind of roll the hammer down. I'm not going back there to revive him. I was just going to wait for his ghost to appear here. Scorching... You see, I have a whole bunch of solar stuff. So far away. Put away. Oh, shit. Okay. It's going to just pull us. That'll take me out of my prismatic on it. Give me 1 second. I'll read what you said. I just want to get as close to killing as much shit in here as possible. I need to get control of the battlefield right now. Are we still going to be using Grand Solar and Stasis next season? Absolutely, dude. That's what I was trying to show you again. Is they're not changing the modifiers until next year. The artifact is staying the same the whole year. That guy's got a big old fucking... Yeah. Yeah, that's 100% going to be it. It's definitely going to be Strand. It's definitely going to be Stasis, and it's definitely going to be Solar. Prismatic is going to be pretty much dominating most of next season as well, because it's a mix of everything. So, let's see, can I? Trying to get some sort of stacking bonus on him. Yeah, there we go. Because I can scorch him a lot easier. Plus, I have something that already kind of scorches to begin with. So, because of that, it should be pretty. God. Oh shit! Okay, I should be able to get him just fine now. Oh, dude, I was just able to get that off. No, no, they're not. It's gonna maybe they might have stronger stuff for those later this year, but I don't. I don't see it happening. I really think that they're putting very little into Destiny 2. They're barely keeping it on life support. It's kind of what it seems is happening here. I got a whole bunch of heavy ammo here, dude. Let me actually use it. Alright, he's done. Because here D2 Renegades releases on December 2nd. So is December 2nd? Yeah, because look at this. Next major expansion, so it's 89 days away. That's kind of what I thought. Yeah, makes sense. Lines up. I thought that was final boss. Was that not? Guess not. Shit. I have a bad feeling. Bungie Marathon probably coming down with D2. But so Marathon. So this is my honest opinion. Sony's gonna let them release Marathon, see how it does, and then immediately seize Destiny 2 from them. And Sony will take care of Destiny 2 from then on out. I think some Bungie devs will be very angry about that, but it's like, well, you kind of did it to yourself. You know, you promised this much money, this amount of time, saying that this is reasonable, saying that you're going to be profitable consistently. That just didn't end up happening. What ended up happening instead was they bought the company. They made too many games because of COVID, because they had a bunch of tax write-offs and shit to keep the company alive, and it just simply didn't help anything at all. It just simply didn't do shit. One of their games, Project Gummy Bear, I believe, is not even being made by them. It's being made by Sony because it was taken from them. Their Destiny mobile game, which is out now, that's what this is. We already have the Destiny mobile game. Destiny Rising. Very fun, by the way, if you haven't tried it. It's very fun. But now it's like, well, they're going to have Destiny taken from them, and then they're going to be either forced to shut down. They're going to shut it down completely, like the studio itself completely, and just eat it into PlayStations where it won't even be separate. You know, it'll be Destiny 2 will then be part of the PlayStation. They kind of earned it at this point. It's like, well, you reap what you sow, dude. You kept on trying to make something that, honestly, I'm surprised is alive, and it shouldn't be alive. It's not. It's not good. It's not good. That's the simple truth of it. It's not good. I've never heard anyone want to sit around and be like, yeah, let's play Marathon. No, no one is excited for this. Not even Destiny 2 players. And those are really the people. Like, here's the thing. They would have been better off being like, here's a different version of Destiny. Or here's this game we have called Marathon. It's kind of like, and even making a game closer to Borderlands this. Making a 4-player solo game. They can only do so many live services. I don't know why they... Like, Arrowhead has only one live service game. And I know they kind of caught lightning in a bottle, but tell me what other live service game companies also has a second live service game that's working in, like, perfect. You know what I mean? I haven't seen one yet. Final Fantasy? No, Square Enix is not doing that perfectly whatsoever. They're doing Final Fantasy perfectly, but the rest of it... Not like they don't have anything else for live service. They have nothing else for live service because there's no need for it. I feel like someone at the company is trying to sabotage D2. I have a feeling that they are as well. I feel like they don't know what to do with it anymore. And here's the thing. I get it. They've been doing this for years now. You know, it's kind of like The Simpsons. There's only so much you could write. But The Simpsons still going on because people still want to see fucking Simpsons. You know what I mean? Family Guy's still going on because people still want to see Family Guy. You know what I mean? It's those situations in where, well, these people still want to see this. But you're over here acting like it's the end. This is your bread and butter. This is what makes you money. This is what makes a bunch of people in the acting industry money. Simpsons, Family Guy, South Park. And South Park is only really written by 2 guys to begin with. They do have other writers, you know, that are hilarious. Don't get me wrong. Some of them were like part of SNL and shit. They're hilarious people. But if it's not broken, why try and replace it with something to fix it? That's always been my question. Why try and replace it with something to fix it when it doesn't need to be fixed? This isn't. There's no problems. There's no reason to fix it. That's my biggest thing. If there's no reason to fix it, then there's no reason for you to mess around with anything to begin with. Dude, I'm not even gonna lie. This Scorch stacking shit is incredible. Because the amount of times I'm just having Scorch go off on him is insane. See, now if you put this on a boss right here as a boon, oh my god, you'd wreck a whole raid. With just this SMG, you could destroy it. I'm pretty sure that's my fire going around too, as well. That's no one else. I'm pretty sure that's my fire. That isn't anyone else's fire. This is me just constantly scorching the dude, forcing him to literally... Thank you for the follow there. Yep, here we go. Just stacked him again. Yep. So we're gonna need to feed him with that poison shit. I mean, look, it just stacks on these enemies so fast and just boom, they're done. They're done. They're cooked. Blown up, cooked. Now I'm gonna hit him with a little bit of this, and I'm just gonna start hitting him with this. I mean, honestly, like, the amount of scorch stacks I'm doing to this guy is ridiculous. I really didn't even need to pull out my super. I could have just kept on hitting with this the entirety of my super. I didn't even need to technically use the hands, and I probably would have continuously gotten scorch stacks off on him. Now I need... Yeah, see, that's the problem. The build's pretty decent, but that was ridiculous. I don't know. How did they both die at once, dude? Were they just too close? I know my current... The build I have for my Warlock is to kind of be more up in things' face and to constantly stun it, and that what I was doing there was constantly stunning it. Whatever. I wasn't... towards the end there, I was kind of like... I have no idea. Maybe they got kicked accident. I have no idea. But they left afterwards. The moment they died, they left. I saw that. Because there was only so much I could do at that point. Like, it's hard. If there's two people alive, someone can distract the boss real quick. I had everything on me. There wasn't shit that I could do. First day of football tomorrow. First day of football.
Underway. Transfer.
Nope, can't delete that. I can delete this. Can't delete that. Welcome back again, Well. I can delete this. Keep that. Delete this. Delete this. Delete this. No, you're good, man. Don't even worry about it. You're here to be entertained, man. I'm lucky to have you here, you know what I mean? I'm lucky to have you guys here to support me and shit, you know what I mean? That's not always, not everyone has that ability. Even one of you guys is good enough for me. Currently at 260 something, you're higher than me. I can tell you that for sure. 248, useless. 58. Like, if it's only a few levels, there's no reason for me to upgrade my gear. See, that's worth it, because that's just a high. Dude, this SMG is so good. I love it. I love it so much. I have two. I wanted to get rid of one of these because I don't need this one anymore, right? Yeah, I don't need this. Wait. Yeah, I don't need this one anymore. This is the one I need. I got it. I wonder if they're gonna make EXP more bearable to get an Ashen Iron. Doubt it. Doubt it. I feel like the season pass does a good job at tricking you into you thinking you're getting your worth out of the XP it's giving you. It does a really good job at that. And I think it'll continue to do that. That's why they gave us the micro season pass as well. The weekly pass, whatever you want to call it. That's why they gave us that as well. That's high in weapon, though. I feel like if I'm going to attempt a new raid, I'm going to need that. Bam, bam, bam. I'm not going to be using this anytime soon. I can just delete it. Polar Slant staying where it's at. That's why I got gunsmith bounties and other bounties to do. Yeah, I don't even really do those bounties. I pretty regularly finish off this weekly one pretty easily. It's just it's pretty piss easy to finish off. I'll be level 20 within the next few days. I don't even look at these most of the time. I just end up getting them done. But it looks like it's about my time to get off. Thank you for hanging out the entirety of the time there, Will. I appreciate you, buddy. Like always, one of my most loyal viewers. You know what? Let me see if there's might be able to do something here for you. Might be able to. No, it's not letting me make your mod right now. Oh, you finish it by using bounty? Yeah, see, I don't even bother with the bounties in it. With how fast I did this season pass, dude, I will even worry about it. This could be good. I like that really because of its role more than anything. It might be good for next week. We're gonna try the new raid like once. You know what I mean? Go from there. But you have yourself a great day, night, and or evening. Thank you for stopping by, Will. I appreciate you, buddy. I don't know. I mean, it might be. It might be. I have a feeling that we're going to get, like, I do feel like we're going to get a lot of decent weaponry in Ashen Iron. I also feel like it's time for me to do something about my Volt to just get rid of all the shit that isn't good. Meta, it's time to actually sit down and do something about that. Yeah, you too, Will. Thanks for stopping by, like always, man. One of my most loyal viewers over here. I appreciate you, buddy. Hopefully, us going over that Ascross video of the patch notes, make things clearer, if at all. Take care, bud. Oh, this is such a good damn song. Peace out, YouTube, and over.